What is going down, sourdough squad? I hope everyone's having a good day today. It's been quite the development. Heading on my third live of the day, and I still don't think it's going to be my last one. So tap in, smash that like button, drop an SDS because you know the vibes already. We already see the vibes pulling up. Let's go. Look at the SDS. So how are we feeling today, SDS? How are we feeling? Big news today. Oh, we know the news. You guys have been hanging around. You know. Oh, yeah, we working overtime, baby. What's up, Turk? Hi. We all got this. Hey, Zeus, I saw your comment in that live, dude. That made me almost fall out. I think I actually did. That made me crack up a ton. I do. Rob's the man. If you didn't see earlier, I was on with Rob Shu on his channel. He, of course, has a Jerry Rice jersey and like an authentically good Jerry Rice jersey, and puts me to shame. So I got to step my game up. Word on the streets is I need to get a Jerry Rice jersey so that I can be a real fan. So that's coming up. Little inside joke for the channel. If you are new to the channel, you're not a real fan unless you have a Jerry Rice jersey, according to some. So look at the squad. Squad's deep today. Squad is deep today. What's good, Hendricks? And it's been a full-time job, baby. It's been a full-time job, and I'm loving it. Again, I love this process. Off-season, I talk about it all the time. It's really fun to watch games, watch the season, get everything going, and watch everything play out, live and die with all that stuff. But I mean, my goodness, the offseason is so much fun. The offseason is so much fun. Dude, doing numbers already. Let's go. Do what EJ says. Deebo that like button. And we're going to get into some topics here really quickly because we got a lot to talk about. So I want to get everyone's take really quickly on the Deshaun Watson news. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of Deshaun Watson heading to the Browns? Do you think that was a good move for Deshaun? Do you think Deshaun got a little money hungry, saw that 250 guaranteed M's and was like, let's go. I don't care if it's the Browns. What is this? The 49ers traded. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. Let's see what we got. Charvarius, do you have a Jerry Rice jersey? I also need to grab that Charmander West jersey. Another inside joke from last night's crazy stream. Oh, my goodness. But when we look at the situation with the Browns, I mean, yeah, I think we're all pretty shocked, but it was talk about money talking. He secured the bag, and the Browns did not hold back. They absolutely pursued that situation. What happened? So I saw this tweet from Matt Miller that I've just seen for the first time. And essentially what Matt Miller is doing here is he says the 49ers traded 3 firsts and a third for Trey Lance. The Browns traded 3 firsts, a third, and a fourth for Deshaun Watson and a fifth rounder. So essentially, what Matt Miller is really trying to showcase here is how much it took for the 49ers to go up and trade for Deshaun Watson and how much it took to get Deshaun Watson onto the Browns. Now, clearly, the compensation in regards to trade picks or picks is something to note. But also at the same time, we also can rationalize that a big reason why Deshaun Watson signed with the Browns was because of that money. That money. And I don't know who the Texans could have got a better deal from, who Deshaun would have waived, the no trade clause for. So it just, in regards to compensation going towards the Texans, compensation going towards Deshaun Watson, it feels like everyone got broken off as best they could. So what Matt Miller is doing here is, again, slightly being a troll, just to, rub it in. And he says he's a 49er fan. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I don't think he's a 49er fan. I mean, he says he is. I think deep down he's a Chiefs fan, pretending to be a 49er fan, at least based on the way he talks about the 49ers. So it is what it is. The move has been made. The domino that we've been waiting for has been – it's fallen, and it's taken a long time. It's absolutely taken a long time. Let's go. We see the squad. Smash that like button if you haven't already. We got over 250 people in here. Cole says over 200 people. Hit that like button. It's free, and it does help. It absolutely does help. But the trade situation has been insane. So it happened. What does that mean for teams like the Falcons, right? So this has an impact on many teams, not just the 49ers. So we're going to work through the impact. Let's work through the impact. Let's work through essentially the available quarterbacks that are probably now on the market and how the 49ers can what are the 49ers going to do with Jimmy? Because now it feels like to me, Matt Ryan is available in trade because, we talked about this on Rob's show earlier. The entire city sold out to get Deshaun Watson. They even pushed his Matt Ryan's guaranteed money until today because they were planning on trading him. So what's interesting now is what happens? What happens with Matt Ryan? What happens with Baker Mayfield? What happens with Jimmy Garoppolo? So the domino has fallen with Deshaun, and it's a complete shocker. I don't think any one of us was anticipating Deshaun Watson landing on the Browns today, especially after they called off and basically declined the Browns per reports a couple days ago. Who would have thought? But if you are Matt Ryan and Matta says Ryan stays, I don't know, man. So this is the thing, though. With Matt Ryan, he has a insanely bloated cap figure. So moving him, you have to move him to a place that has a lot of money. Well, who has a lot of money right now? The Colts have a lot of money. So if Matt Ryan does become available, maybe the Colts become a potential landing spot if they are willing to take on the massive cap number that comes along with Matt Ryan. But if they're not, that puts them back into this category of Jimmy Garoppolo, because we also work through the Baker Mayfield situation. And with Baker Mayfield, he is clearly done. Like, obviously, with the Browns. And that was clear a couple days ago. But what we've heard from reporters and reports to come out is that Baker has been talking about a potential trade with the Seahawks and Colts. So those are the two teams that Baker Mayfield's been linked to. So let's work through those two destinations. All right. Let's work through the Colts. Does that make sense? Because I think, and you guys tell me in the chat, is Jimmy Garoppolo going anywhere else other than the Colts? Is it Colts or bust? Yes or no in the chat. Is it Colts or bust for Jimmy Garoppolo? Does it feel like that has to be the place? Because where else is he going to go? Is he going to go to New Orleans? If Matt Ryan gets shipped away, does he go to ATL? And if you don't think it's Colts or bust, drop where you think he could go. Because if you don't think it's Colts or bust, and so far the early answers we got, yes, it's Colts or bust. Colts or bust. 4-9 says no. Where? What are the other options? Oh, look, we got Elijah Mitchell in the building. What's good, Eli? Eli says yes, it's Colts or bust. Niner Vance says no. I'm interested to see where you think. Ooh, here we go. Justin says Saints. I mean, the Saints now have to work through, are they going to sign good old Jameis Winston back? Ooh, okay. If we can somehow start manifesting the Panthers as a potential trade destination, let's do that. Because, again, I want the 49ers to get Brian Burns. If you can get Brian Burns from the Panthers for Jimmy Garoppolo and a bunch of picks, do it. Your defense becomes like tier 1 defense immediately. Absolutely do it. Philip says yes. Feels like it's Colts. Random says ATL if Mats get traded. Take says no, it could be someone else. We got Panthers or Saints. Cole saying, yeah, we just got to flat out cut them. But it does feel like, GD5 saying Colts is the only good spot right now. So it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. See, and this is the best part of the offseason is you get to dream. You get to dream the best dreams. You get to try to think of things that probably will never happen. You get to basically throw around hypotheticals. But my goodness, it's starting to feel like a never-ending situation. Let's see what we got here. Angel says, Kerry Hyder and Dunlap got released. Do you think the 49ers will sign one of them? I hope so. Get Bosa help on the edges. 100%. Get help on the edges. We talked about that on Rob's show a little bit earlier. Out of these two, I want Dunlap. I'm okay if Kerry Hyder doesn't come around. That's fine. I never was a huge fan of Kerry Hyder to begin with. I wasn't upset to see him go, and honestly, if he comes back, I'm not going to be upset about it. But I also think it's a mid move, and he could. I don't know what his cost will be. I don't know. Someone said I want Key back. I would rather have Arden Key than Kerry Hyder, to be perfectly honest with you. And to kind of double down on that, I would rather have Carlos Dunlap than Kerry Hyder. So out of those three options, if it's Arden, Key, Kerry Hyder, and Dunlap, for me, it's Arden, Key, Dunlap, Kerry Hyder. That's the ranking in which I would want them. Hyder, I really feel like a lot of the numbers that he put up it was just, it was a product of what was going on around him. I think he's okay. I don't think he's great. I think he's okay. But you look to the draft to shore up the edges as well. But like I said, if it's anyone, again, I watched and studied the 49ers offensive line against Seattle 2 times this year. And out of these two players, the guy who consistently stood out and showed that he still had a very solid pass rushing skill set was Carlos Dunlap. Carlos Dunlap looked like the only adult on that Seattle defensive line. Kerry Hyder didn't move the needle. Robert and Dici, he didn't move the needle. Who was the other guy? Poona Ford was okay. Poona Ford was all right. But I would say Dunlap was their best defensive lineman last year. Cole says, you get to dream in the offseason, but those nightmares hurt. AK losing at the chance to say Eminem next season. Insane backfield at the same time, man. Yeah, I hear you, man. Would have loved to see Mostert come back. I think that would have been a fire scenario. But there's so many questions heading into this season now. And again, it's just, when will the 49ers domino fall for Jimmy Garoppolo? Will it fall for Jimmy Garoppolo? And it just feels like a situation where it's kind of this meme right here kind of feels like this is what it is. Because Jason here is saying Colts trading for Mayfield, not Jimmy. I don't think they are. I'm gonna keep it as honest as I can, because we've done this before. If I were to poll the chat right now, in this chat, I would guarantee you 99% of the people watching this stream right now would take Jimmy Garoppolo over Mayfield. And these are people that want Jimmy gone. These are people that do not want to see Jimmy Garoppolo in red and gold anymore. They don't want to see it. So, again, you have to understand, this game is more than just being talented. Because right now, Baker Mayfield probably has the worst perception, at least from a public standpoint, in the league. Not only that, the Colts are just getting done with a terrible situation with Carson Wentz. I don't think they would. And again, I also have legitimate information backing that up. So it's not just a thought process. I have legitimate information backing everything that I'm saying up. Because as I've told you before, I spent 3 days at the NFL Combine with a Colts beat reporter, and everything that he said was going to happen with Carson Wentz happened. Everything that came out about Carson Wentz and why they moved is exactly what he told me. And guess what? You think they want to double down on that? You think they want to double down on a quarterback who's not a leader, which is something that they're looking for? Doubling down on a quarterback that has maturity issues, that was called literally publicly not being an adult. So I don't see that being a fit. I don't. He's even Nate Adkins, the beat reporter. I talked about him at length today. he came out today with a report saying he doesn't believe that he thinks that Baker's interested in the Colts. He doesn't think it goes the other way. And if it does come out that it's the other way, it's going to be a leverage game. So I really think the Colts are just waiting, and so are the 49ers, because they're both playing a bit of a game of chicken. It feels like. But we're almost to 100. What should we set our like goal for today? What should we set the like goal for today? What are we at? We're at 100 now. We're almost to 100. We're almost to 100. But what should our like goal be for the day? Maybe 250? You think we get to 250 today? I think so. Maybe 300. We'll see. We'll see how competitive we are today. James is calling 300. I like it. Let's do it. Hendrick says 5,000. I like that even better. But let's hit 300 first. We're going to set the goals. The first one that James brought in, set the goal at 300. Let's get the 300 likes on this episode. If you're watching the live, just smash that like button. It's so simple. Word on the streets, as JC says, if you smash that like button, bread emojis pop out of it. We'll see. I don't know. You have to find out. I feel like I want to say your name is Cyan, but I feel like I'm also destroying it. Who wants to trade for a quarterback who can't throw until July? I mean, that's a great question. That is a great question. But who needs a starting quarterback? Who needs a starting quarterback? Cynthia, got it. Like there's a world that exists where you can conceptualize that the surgery, he will heal from it. He will come back from it. So again, you have to project out a little bit. And of course, you're not going to have him in OTAs. You're not going to have him in mini camp. So you're going to have to deal with that. But you can get him around your team. You can get him learning your playbook. You can start getting him to know your teammates. There is a benefit to trade for the quarterback now and not wait. Because Jimmy will have a demand. It's just because there's not a bidding situation. That's why this meme exists. It's just like feels like they're waiting. Feels like a waiting game. Let's see here. Let me get to some of these super chats. Shout out everyone sending your boys super chat. Really do appreciate it. Again, if you can't send the super chats, all good. You smash that like button for me. We gooch. Kevin says Jimmy 100% going to the Colts. I believe Colts are waiting on some type of medical confirmation, maybe something like a 2 to 3 week post-surgery type thing. I agree, and I also understand from my knowledge is that they are content with waiting. They are content with forcing the 49ers to do something. Because I think they understand there's no one out there right now who's really trying to obtain the services of Jimmy Garoppolo, but the fit for both Jimmy and the Colts is so beautiful. It's unbelievable. Again, for as good of a fit you can find for a, decent starting level quarterback, but absolutely nuts. James Vega says Colts would be foolish if they trade for Baker. I agree. I think it's a situation that they would be repeating the same thing that they just did with Carson Wentz. So we're going to find out. We're going to see again, just like we keep using the Panda Watch meme. It's Jimmy Watch. We're going to find out. We are absolutely going to find out, hopefully, soon. I hope so. I have not talked about the signings today. So we can talk about that. It's actually going to be a nice little transition, a little bit, because clearly today has been dominated by the quarterback conversation, by the quarterback movement, the way everything's playing out. So we can talk about some of the signings that the 49ers have made of late. But man, crazy times we live in. I cannot believe Deshaun. I still can't believe it. But hey, it is what it is. The 49ers made this signing today, so we'll take a little break. We'll probably circle back to the quarterback conversation. And they officially announced the trade just now. So the Deshaun Watson trade is official. Again, the terms of the trade: Deshaun Watson, 5th-round pick, traded to Cleveland for 2022 first, 2023 first, 2024 first, 2023 third, 2024 fourth. Wow. That's really not that much. That's really not that much. That's crazy. Bag season. It was bag season, and Deshaun Watson secured it. He wanted the money, and he got it. So, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Really wasn't a ton. You think about it again, Matt Miller, the way he compared those trades side to side is pretty even for, what the Texans got for Deshaun and what the 49ers used to go and get Trey. But let's talk about George Odom for a second. The 49ers signed him to a 3-year, nearly $11 million deal. This guy has been an all-pro gunner as a special teamer. And he also has some experience, playing safety, of course, which is natural position. You got some nice action of him playing some safety right here. I really like his ability to kind of play the center field, undercut the route, get his hand. And again, anytime you show me a highlight of a player breaking up a Kyler Murray pass, I'm all right with that. Again, he's going to be more of a rotational guy. I think he's going to be primarily special teams. I don't think, based on the money, that's not starting caliber money. So I don't really see that situation being something that will stop the 49ers from drafting a safety and potentially early. I think there's multiple positions that the 49ers can target in this draft as potential starters. Those positions: edge, interior offensive line, safety. If the 49ers can come away with 3 starters, if they can come away with 3 starters that can contribute or heavy contributors in 2021 from this draft, that's a success. That is a success. Details dropping some names. Arnold Ebiketie, 100% Penn State edge rusher. Stick him on the other side of Nick Bosa would be nuts. Leon O'Neal Jr. has been heavily connected to the San Francisco 49ers as a potential safety target. There's a lot of guys, man. There's a lot of quality safeties. There's a lot of quality edge, and there's a lot of quality interior offensive line. And those are the spots where the 49ers need to build. And thankfully, you can address that through the draft. You can do that. You can also continue to address wide receiver in the draft. As we know, the San Francisco 49ers made a move last night getting Ray McLeod, who has been one of the better returners in the league. But there is a potential for this dude to be a piece on offense. Now, how big of a role? Probably not too big, but there is a potential for that to occur. Oh, yeah, you're speaking my language now. D'Angelo Malone, I don't know if the 49ers will consider him to be a fit. He's one of my favorite prospects in this class for sure. So Brian Burns, when we trade Jimmy and comp to the Panthers for him. Dude, I'm trying, man. Do it. Please. Please get me. Get me my son. Get me Brian Burns on the San Francisco 49ers anyway, anyhow. I don't care. I don't care. Get it. Find a way. 49ers instantly have one of the best defenses in the NFL if they could do that. 100%. But will that happen? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. And some other moves that were made. We've talked about a lot of this stuff already. Nothing too crazy. We got special teams linebacker who's been a standout, of course, on special teams. We got a rotational defensive tackle to kind of fill probably the Contavious Street role because Contavious left. So we also signed Hassad Ridgeway, who could play both kind of that DJ Reed, or not DJ Reed, DJ Jones and Contavious Street role as a rotational. Oh, come on. All right. Seattle Seahawks just signed cornerback Kyle Fuller. So that was a potential kind of mid to low level option that I would have liked for the 49ers at cornerback. If that was something they were interested in. Kyle Fuller goes to the Seattle Seahawks. Again, it's not a crazy move, but Kyle Fuller was a draft crush of mine way back in the day when he's coming out of Virginia Tech. Obviously, that was many moons ago, and he's definitely lost a step. But he has signed with the Seahawks, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to be an impactful move. I just like the player personally. We'll see how he fits. Sorry. I tend to give my crew heart attacks at times. Harris says, Brad, how do you feel about CJ Henderson? Honestly, haven't seen much of him, but he's nice. More cornerback depth too. I was a big CJ Henderson as a bust guy. I know there was a lot of hype around CJ Henderson coming out of the draft as cornerback 1. I believe he was a top 15 draft pick. I didn't see the appeal necessarily to CJ Henderson through my scouting process. I thought he was a soft corner that would get exposed at the next level, and it feels like that's what happened. He's already been traded off the team that drafted him in the first round. So this is funny. So they signed Kyle Fuller. This tweet was from Aaron Wilson all he put is the Seahawks signed Kyle Fuller. Well, guess what? It's not the Kyle Fuller I was thinking of. Exactly. Wait, Kyle Fuller signed or Kyle Fuller? It's Kyle Fuller. His name is Kyle. Wait. I don't know what his name is at this point. I see one. I don't even know what his name is at this point. I see one beat reporter just called him Kyler. I'm looking at Seattle Seahawks. They're calling him Kyle. He's like a defense. He's like an offensive lineman. He's an offensive lineman. He's not the cornerback. But Aaron Wilson didn't give a position designation. He just said Seattle signed Kyle Fuller. But it's a low level offensive lineman. It's a low level offensive lineman. It's not. They're both named Kyle Fuller, but it's not the Kyle Fuller we were thinking of. That was confusing. I apologize for that. So, yes, they signed Kyle Fuller, just the offensive lineman. My goodness. What a day. What a day. Let's see. James says, with Adams' new contract with the Raiders, where does that go at money-wise? I mean, it feels like it's going to be real comparable. It feels like it's going to be real comparable to what Adams got. So that's one thing that we need to figure out. That's one thing that we need to figure out. And I think that's a part of some of the moves that are made or lack thereof is because, again, we are focused on what's happening right now, but we do have to anticipate that Deebo Samuel and Nick Bosa could potentially get paid this year. So that's going to be something that we have to monitor. But, Deebo clearly wasn't too upset to see Adams leave the NFC. And essentially, that's going to be the deal that Deebo is probably going to compare to. So I would imagine he's probably going to try to get more money than Adams, but who knows? Maybe he lands at an equal value or a little less. But I imagine that ballpark in which Adams got, I think it's going to be right there. And we all know that the league values Deebo Samuel at an extremely high level. As well as the 49ers. So he's going to get the bag, man. He's going to get the bag. So I feel like with Adams kind of shattering the wide receiver market, you expect Deebo to kind of be in that range. I would expect Deebo to be in that category. So I think that will be the measuring stick for that situation. But yeah. It's crazy, man. Because although the 49ers are filling roles and roles that needed to be filled from a entire team standpoint, 49ers lost Raheem Mostert. They lost Laken Tomlinson. They lost DJ Jones. What is the offensive line going to look like? Is Aaron Banks going to step up and start next year? Are they going to look more into the draft? Are they going to maybe try to target guys like J.C. Treader and or La'el Collins? I saw someone down here saying this. Let's get La'el Collins to San Francisco. And I 100% agree. Rob asked me this question on his show earlier. He asked me if there's anyone I could pick, who would it be? And my answer was La'el Collins. If you could grab anyone if you could grab anyone, I would grab La'el Collins because that dude is a certified freak. 7 days a week, but not in the way you're thinking of. Get your head out the gutter. He's a freak athlete. He's similar to Trent Williams. Now, no one is like Trent Williams because Trent Williams is a unicorn. He's a unicorn. No one can be like Trent. But if you had to compare as best to your ability that you could, I would say La'el Collins he's not the same size. Clearly, can't compare measurable traits. But in regards to freakish athletic ability, like, yes. So I would absolutely love to see it. Would absolutely love to see it. It would be a dream. If the 49, and I talked about it on the show, on Rob's show as well, I said it would be instant upgrade. Instant upgrade. If you were able to get La'el Collins over Laken Tomlinson. And I like Laken Tomlinson a lot and thought he was a great piece for the 49ers. But, if you can theoretically if you can get this guy in the building. Hi, Detail. If you can get this guy in the building again, let's just watch him a little bit. Here he is. Look at that. Already in the left guard spot. Exactly where I would put him. Let's talk about La'el for a second. Just for a second. Because I envision him in this scheme at left guard next to Trent Williams, just like he's placed right here. However, he can play tackle. So let's say, for example, Mike McGlinchey isn't coming on as quickly as they would have hoped for, or as he would have hoped for. Still needs some time heading into the season to get right. You can put La'el Collins at right tackle. Like we talk about guys on the offensive line and not being able to shift them all over the place. Well, guess what? La'el is one of those guys. He's one of those guys. You could probably play him on all 5 spots of the offensive line, and he'd be dominant. So you'd be able to do 2 things. You'd be able to get your left guard of the future and or right tackle, potentially, depending on how it goes. Who knows? McGlinchey's heading into the last year of his contract, whether they keep him, extend him, or move on. He could be a chess piece. Yeah, he's making a lot. You would have to make some moves. Clearly, you would have to get rid of Jimmy G's contract. But again, let's watch. Let's just watch this beauty. Watch this beauty. Keon Wagner. So watch this. Watch these two. Key on these two. Let me show you why this would be heaven. Oh, look at that setup. Get on the ground, Bobby. I mean, and this is young La'el Collins. This is prime Bobby Wagner. Look at Thomas. Thomas almost got tossed. This is young. This is young buck La'el Collins. Look at him get out in space. Completely flatten Bobby Wagner and go after Earl Thomas. Almost got Earl Thomas on the ground. These are some of the best defensive players to ever play in the game. These are 2 of the best defensive players to ever play in the game. Look at what he does to both of them on one play as a young buck. I'm just saying. Just in right now, the Cowboys are signing pass rusher Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler would have been someone that I would have considered if it worked out. But Dante Fowler goes to the Cowboys. Not too concerned because this is the Cowboy that I want. You give me this guy and you put that athletic ability next to Trent Williams. Are you kidding me? That's prime Bobby. That's not slow Bobby. That's prime Bobby Wagner, guys. Like, pancaked him onto the next, almost obliterated Earl Thomas. Now put him next to Trent. Who is stopping the left side? We've talked about it before. Whether Alex Mack comes back or he doesn't, you can still draft a very good center in this class. You can still draft a very good center in this class. You could put Aaron Banks at right guard. You have Mike McGlinchey available, and you have Tom Compton, or not, excuse me, not Tom Compton, Colton McKivitz as your swing tackle. Because as I've talked before, I would imagine someone is probably going to give Brunskill an offer sheet, and I don't think the 49ers would match that if someone did. So that could open up the hole on the right. You put Banks, you keep him at the right, who, again, worked on the right all year. You just keep him there, and then we see what we can get. Great call. Don't forget about Jalen Moore. So you have Jalen Moore, Colton McKivitz. You have Brendel already. So you add La'el Collins into that mix. I feel so much better. But we understand. He met with the Bengals, right? He went and met with the Bengals. Bengals probably going to be able to give him a ton of money. They might be a little bit more desirable of a destination at this point. We'll see. But my goodness, like, it would be a dream come true for me as an offensive lineman to see those two guys play next to each other. It would be crazy. It would be nuts. Like, what we could do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if, again, that's more of a pipe dream. That's best case scenario. If I could have anything that I wanted, that's what it would be. It would be La'el Collins. If you give me La'el Collins on the 49ers, I am hyped. I would say it's a better signing than the Charvarius Ward signing. It would be a home run. Absolute home run. It would be almost similar hype to like when they re-signed Trent. Now, won't compare to Trent, but my goodness. So it's going to be interesting because, again, all we can really talk about right now is like straight up hypotheticals. We can talk about hypotheticals. We can look at potentially some available positions of need, because if we go to centers and we start scrolling down the list, I don't think it's updated with who's actually signed yet. But J.C. Treader became available. So J.C. Treader is a name, to maybe keep an eye on. I believe Brian Allen signed. I believe Jones signed. Jensen signed. Most of these guys signed. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. And we're in a waiting period now. We're back to being in waiting. What's going to happen? Who's going to budge first? I don't know. Yep. And I imagine, to be perfectly honest, that La'el Collins probably lands with the Bengals. It makes sense to me. But this is true. This is 100% true. We're being haunted by the ghost of Jimmy G. We can't do anything. We can't do anything. So let's see. It's just what is going to shake first, man. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're being haunted in a couple different directions. Um, you know, God, man. So freaking crazy. Because when we really take a step back, Deshaun Watson should have been a Niner already. That's the craziest part. Deshaun should have been a Niner. If he didn't get into that trouble, that compensation that the 49ers paid to move up to 3, that would have been the deal for Deshaun. I think that's why they made that move. I think that's why they were comfortable making that move to move up to 3 to take Trey Lance because they had already budgeted that compensation for a quarterback. But that quarterback was Deshaun Watson, and they weren't able to get it. And we'll never know. We'll never know if the rumors were true. If the 49ers were, in fact, trying to get Deshaun this time around, we heard rumblings. We heard some things. But we'll never know for sure. We will never know for sure. So what's going to be crazy? So what's going to be crazy is if they get linked to Matt Ryan or get linked to anyone for that matter. So it's just a wild situation, man. It's just a wild situation because I don't know. I want to see what you guys think. Let's poll the chat. Do you think the 49ers believe in Trey Lance? I just want to see what you guys think. Do they think Trey Lance is going to be that guy that can help them win this year? Do you think they believe that? Do they feel confident in riding out with Trey Lance? Let's see what we got. All right. Tyler says yes. Siler Spider says no. Yee says we should just start Lance. Dan says yes. Murph says yes. Kid says no. Justin says yes. Elijah says sadly no. No. Hello Moto says yes. No, he's too inexperienced. Let's see. Trey has a higher ceiling than Deshaun. Ooh. Taz says no. EJ says yes. Ruben says Lance. Yes. Let's see. This year, no. I like how you prefaced it this year. And I think that might be part of the situation. Do they think he's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback this year? Tyler says yes. SoCal says it doesn't feel like it. Yee says yeah, with the people we're picking up. Something to keep in mind, we can't pick up a lot of people because we've already had to do our restructures to get compliant and haven't been able to get too many guys to really move the needle. Paul says I hope so. Super says yes. Rome says yes. Justin says yes. Jago Crazy says tough to tell at this point. Michael says yes. They do, or else they wouldn't have drafted him. Yes. James says, I feel good with Trey. No, yeah. Not this year. Yes. Yes, they traded 3 first rounders for Trey. So we hope so, right? The answer should be we hope so. Because if not, oh boy. If they don't think he's the guy and they don't have the patience to see him develop, because here's the thing. That's a 21-year-old kid. He is not who he will be. I think that's the biggest thing with Trey right now. Is who Trey is right now, I would imagine is not who he will be in his prime. He will learn, he will mature, he will develop, he will go through the stages of life as we all do, and we will grow with each season. But do they have the faith to give him that opportunity to grow and mature and learn and ride with those bumps and bruises? That's part of the reasoning why I had always conceptualized Justin Fields to be the pick. Because although Trey, I would say, probably has more upside, Justin Fields was Justin Fields. You knew exactly who he was, what you were going to get. He's already matured. He already went through the ringer. He'd been through the noise and the mess and been able to overcome it. With Trey, you didn't know how he would respond. So, again, it's a question mark, but we're going to find out. We are going to find out because, again, you know, one of my reservations with the whole rookie thing is I want a rookie. I want the 49ers to grab a rookie. The reason I want the 49ers to grab a rookie is to grow and mature and develop with said rookie. But you have to know that going into it. But if you're expecting said rookie and you're drafting Trey Lance out of the FCS who didn't play in 2020 to just come out and be this guy when you have Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster and expect him to be able to manage the roster politics of having a veteran in the locker room and Jimmy Garoppolo who everyone loves, and you come in as a kid and they drop you in there and everyone's like, hey kid, nice to meet you, that's our quarterback. That's probably awkward. That's probably a little bit awkward. So, again, we're going to find out, you know, like we got to see. We got to see. What do you think? Do you guys think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get traded or he's going to get cut? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think he's going to get traded or do you think he's going to get cut? Because how long are they going to hold on to him? How long? Cut, traded, cut. None of the above. Cut, traded, cut, traded. I mean, it really feels like, man, really feels like the fan base going to come after these dudes next. If we got to do another month, of this, because I guarantee you, if we don't get a trade done here recently, I don't think they're going to move off him. I don't think they are going to take an asset and let it go for free. As we've talked about, you put your business cap on, it's just bad business. So the 49ers are going to do absolutely exhaust every opportunity until that happens. So how do I see that playing out? I see that playing out as the 49ers might be holding on to Jimmy Garoppolo all the way up until the draft. Maybe. I don't know. We got to see some of these dominoes fall. Baker Mayfield. Where's he going? Sam Darnold. Is Sam Darnold become available in a trade? Clearly, the Panthers don't want Sam Darnold. Does he become a quarterback that all of a sudden is on the open market? Does Jameis Winston take a starting job somewhere? Oh, this is fire. Perfect timing. This is fire. This is exactly what we needed right now. So we got a little nugget. Oh, baby, we got a nugget right here. I'm going to pull it up for you guys. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up. We got a nugget. And it's actually perfect for this conversation that we're having about the quarterback and who's going and if people are going. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's so perfect for what we're talking about. So hold on one second. Let me get it pulled up and we can read it all together. Okay. Sarah Ryan, right? Matt Ryan's wife. Look at the tweet that she just liked. And the tweet that she just liked says, whatever happens, the Falcons don't deserve Matt Ryan. I hope he lands on a good team and takes them to the promised land. Matt Ryan's getting traded, ladies and gentlemen. He's gone. We talked about this earlier. On the situation regarding Matt Ryan. Is he going to stick around? Is he going to stay in Atlanta when they were going to offer the keys to the city to Deshaun? When all the rappers came out and said all that stuff? Oh, we want Watson. We want all that stuff. Because what this situation now becomes is this is officially probably going to turn into Matt Ryan becoming available. So does that mean Atlanta becomes a destination for a quarterback? Again, someone said this is useless info. Is it? Because in my experience, doing the content that I have done, I cannot tell you how much information I have gotten from friends, family, associates of players. And that's the thing. They'll lead you to exactly how they feel. And this is his wife. If his wife feels this way, oh, baby, I can guarantee you Matt Ryan feels the same way. How could he not? So, the reason why this is important is because we need destinations. We need trade destinations. We need somewhere. We need a bidding war to come up somewhere. Because if it doesn't, and a team doesn't get desperate, the Colts are just going to sit on their hands and say, we know you're going to get rid of Jimmy, so we're just going to wait. Thank you, Michael. Hey, if you're married, you know. If wifey ain't happy, especially with how her man's been treated, oh boy. And let's be honest, the person who got the ultimate disrespect in this entire situation is Matt Ryan, not Baker Mayfield, not Carson Wentz, not Jimmy Garoppolo, Matt Ryan. Just catching strays for no reason. So, happy wife, happy life. She ain't happy. And I can guarantee you, neither is her husband. Because what the city, not only the team, but the city of Atlanta said, we're done with Matt Ryan. The entire state of Georgia said, we're done with Matt Ryan. Oh, boy. Fired up. Fired up. Woo, woo. Matt Ryan's on the trade block. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it just as that. You call it useless information. That's fine. This to me are the cookie crumbs that lead to the reports that come out. Matt Ryan is available for a trade or is seeking a trade. I guarantee you. Just watch. This ain't my first rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. Justin says, how much is Sam Darnold? Could we do Jimmy for Sam? Oh, God, that's so gross. So again, just you probably don't know. That's okay. I cannot stand Sam Darnold. He was a bust in my opinion throughout the draft process. So everyone's talking about Sam Darnold throughout the draft process. I said he was going to be a bust. I would much rather have Sudfeld. I'm being dead serious. I would much rather have Nate Sudfeld as the backup than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is broken goods. He's been broken goods since USC. Again, I was in the stands, Cal versus USC. Got to watch Sam Darnold with my own two eyeballs. Got to watch him throw three of the most boneheaded, dumb, awfully timed, worst decision interceptions I'd ever seen in my life. Made great throws throughout the game, but he made terrible decisions. And to me, it was enough to indicate that he can't process. He can't process. And that's what I said all throughout the draft process. He's not a processor. Not only is he not a processor, he's not a leader. So, the whole seeing ghosts, he can't process defenses. That's what I saw on the field against Cal. So, again, this isn't at you, Justin. I want to make that crystal clear. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking in generalities. And it just happens to be a topic and a player that I don't think too highly of. You heard all the people say it was Adam Gase. It was Adam Gase. Again, I was that guy on Twitter saying it's not Adam Gase. It's not. It's not Adam Gase. Adam Gase isn't a good coach, but it's not just Adam Gase. Sam Darnold is part of the problem. And so, yeah, just long story short, not a Sam Darnold fan. And so I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. So I hear you about that. It's not about the players. It's about cutting the money. I hear that. But if you get me Brian Burns somehow, then I'm happy. If the 49ers sent Jimmy Garoppolo, even added a bunch of picks to it to be able to get Brian Burns in return, give them a quarterback. Again, I'm willing to pay draft compensation. Jimmy plus picks to get me BB. Ooh. Oh boy. 49. I mean, I think the hypothetical trade that I threw out was Jimmy Garoppolo. It was either a second or third. I think it was a third, fifth, sixth in 2022, plus a conditional round fourth in 2023. That could be a third rounder if Jimmy Garoppolo played a certain amount of games next season. And then the 49ers would get Brian Burns and a fourth. I'd be beside myself. Clearly, it's a dream. It's the percent chances of it happening 0.01%. Like, it's probably not happening. It's probably not even a conversation. Bro, I will guarantee you, I will call I'll call Tepper. I'll go straight to ownership and I'll be like, listen, let me broker you this deal. Would you consider it? And then when they say, yeah, we would consider it, I'm going to get John Lynch on the phone and say, hey, they would consider this trade. Would you do it? He's like, actually, yeah, not a bad idea. Let's do it. I will do it. I will do whatever it takes to get Brian Burns on this team. Real ones know the love that I got for BB. And you put BB on the opposite side of Nick Bosa, oh, boy, you get Javon Kinlaw back. You stick Eric Armstead on the interior. Oh, boy, you got Fred Warner, Azeez Al-Shaair, Dre Greenlaw. You got Charvarius Ward. You've got Emmanuel Mosley. You get Jimmy Ward in the backfield, and you draft a high-end safety. Whoo! That's a top 3 defense, if not the best defense in the NFL. No one is stopping that defense. The speed of Brian Burns on one side and then the just pure relentless nature and strength of Burns on the other, it's a wrap, bro. Or I'm sorry, Bosa on the other. But that's a dream. It's a dream I'll have for a long time. That probably won't happen, but that's okay. That's okay. Exactly. So I think of it like this. I'm trying to manifest it. I'm speaking it into the universe. I'm speaking it into the universe at this point. And I'm going to go get on Twitter and I'm going to start tweeting about Brian Burns for no reason again, because I just want Brian Burns on this team, but it's probably never going to happen. Who's that? You mean Charmander West? Yeah, hold on one second. If you were in the live last night, I got a beauty for you. If you were in the live last night, I got a beauty for you. Hold on one second. If you were in the live last night, you're going to understand this inside joke. I got oh man, it's so good. So it'll be worth the wait. It's not going to take long though. All right. It's so good. Again, if you were in the stream last night, it makes sense. See? Late night gang knows. Late night gang knows. Oh, come on, man. Save image. Fine, desktop. Why is it coming out like that, bruh? All right, whatever. This is how I gotta do it. Okay, so if you were on the late night gang stream last night, here we go. Look at this. Would you look at this? Look at this. Look at this. Oh gosh. Shout out Joey, bro. Shout out Joey. Shout out Joey. He made this masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece last night. I mean, can he get any better? Great comment, Justin. Hey, looks like a Charmeleon to me. Oh my goodness. Hey, this one's fire. This one's fire. Shout out Joey. This one was clutch. Oh man. That was good stuff. So out of last night's stream, we got Charmander West. Because I can't speak and words aren't my friend. My goodness. All right. So Hendrick said Darius Butler on Twitter. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's relevant. So Darius Butler says he's a former Colt or is a Colt. He says, meanwhile, WTF are we doing in Indy? How do we let George Odom walk? One of the best teamers in the league and played well in spot duty at safety. I don't get it. Ooh. Oh boy. He's hot. That card should be holographic. We also need a first edition. NFT coming soon. The Charmander West first edition NFT coming soon. Get ready. We're about to drop NFTs on this bit. We're about to get that Charmander West. We're dropping NFTs coming soon. Don't wait. Don't wait because they're gonna move quickly. But this is a good vote of confidence. It's a good vote of confidence on the George Odom move. So hey, I like the pickup, man. Again, just like he said, he's going to be a fantastic special teamer and he can play in spot duty. So that works. Did I say West again? I might have said West. Did I say West again? I probably did. Again, I told you if you're vibing with your boy, I'm going to call Charvarius Ward West for the entirety of his career. It's just going to happen. Yes, drink. We created a drinking game. We created our first SDS drinking game. So whenever I call Charvarius Ward West, you drink because it's going to get mixed up. Oh, I like that. Put Jimmy Ward and Charvarius Ward together on the WB logo. You get Wardner Bros. Oh my god, I've been doing too many lives this week. I probably clock like, I feel like I probably clock like damn near. No, that's probably too much. Wow, it feels like at least 20 hours of lives this week. This is a good question. So, I'm gonna say this. I don't think Baker's going to the Colts. I don't. I think they'll be linked because again, it suits the Colts to be linked to Baker if they truly want Jimmy Garoppolo. So if the Colts really do want Jimmy Garoppolo, it makes sense that they put out that they are interested in Baker Mayfield because them having options, the Colts that is, makes it seem like they are a little bit more fluid, don't seem as desperate. So where's he gonna go? Where's I don't think he's gonna again, but he could. So if that's an option, hey, go for it. If you think Mayfield's gonna be on the Colts, feels like the Sea Chickens. Feels like the Seattle Seahawks could be a landing spot for him. I wouldn't imagine they're ultimately sold on what's his name, Drew Lock. See, this is what I'm terrified of. See, this whole Ryans thing now is why, again, I think what we're going to keep coming back to is this like second round pick that was apparently floated to the 49ers for Jimmy, and the 49ers wanted more, so they didn't accept, and then the offer went, or the value went down. Um, so yeah, no, this is 100% why my brain. This is the literal reason. They both wore 35 too. Don't forget, Charkandrick West wore 35. Charvarius Ward wears 35. They both played for the Chiefs. Every, and my mind is like, and so Charkandrick, we call Charkandrick Charmander West, and dude, my mind is like, I can't take it. Oh, you're 100%. That's exactly where my mind is having a problem with this name. 100%. But the problem is, like we saw with that tweet from Matt Ryan's wife, I would imagine Matt Ryan's going to ask for a trade. 100% he's going to ask for a trade. He's going to say, get me out of here. You guys clearly showed that you don't value me. You're done with me. You're ready to sell everything for Deshaun. And, it was rumored that, if the 49ers didn't trade up to 3, that the Atlanta Falcons were going to take Trey Lance. So that was one of the hot, pre-draft rumors that if, Lance fell to 4, because, we didn't see the Dolphins at the time, who were sitting at 3, going to take a quarterback. So it felt like, and we knew the first 2 quarterbacks were going to go were Lawrence and Zach Wilson. So there was a belief that the Falcons were going to take Matt Ryan with that 4th overall pick. Or wait, the Falcons were going to take Trey Lance. It's been a long day. Bear with me. Trey Lance with the 4th pick overall. So, I mean, we asked the question earlier. Do they believe in Trey Lance? Does Kyle get crazy and start getting ideas about reuniting with Matt Ryan? I don't know, dude. I'm just saying. Crazy times. Shout out Beard Gang. Let's go. Shout out Beard Gang. But it's quite the scenario. It's quite the scenario. Ooh, I'll answer this question, even though it's a inside joke. Uggs all day. Uggs all day. Uggs are the most underrated house shoe, slipper, whatever you want to call it, that exists. And you cannot convince me otherwise. I got the big, all the Uggs that like the swimmers wear. Like you see the swimmers get out the pool, they put those big Uggs on. Ooh. I'm going Uggs though all day. Can't convince me otherwise. Sam Darnold or Trent Baalke? Golly. Sam. Oh, that hurt to say. Ugh. Ugh. That hurt to say. Gross. Oh. Oh gosh, that I just can't stand that I have to say that out loud. But yes, I would take Sam Darnold over Trent Baalke any day of the week. Golly. Oh, look at that. He's got Crocs. He can't stand them, bro. Get those boots. The UGG boots. I'm telling you, man. Hit different. What is this? Ryan is 37 years old and had about the exact same numbers as Jimmy last year. Well, to be fair, you know, to be objective, who did Matt Ryan have last year? They took one of their wide receivers and they put him at running back, Cordell Patterson. Luckily, it worked out. But he was a wide receiver. They put him at running back because they didn't have any running backs. Their number one wide receiver decided not to play because he was having mental issues. And then while he was having, or not having mental issues, was dealing with off-field mental side of things and stepped away. And while he stepped away, he went and bet on some games, and now he's going to be gone another year. He's working with Russell Gage as his number one, Zacharias or whatever his name was. They had Kyle Pitts, but he was a rookie. But Kyle Pitts put up numbers. It's a hard situation because you look at what Jimmy had: Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. He had some weapons. I don't think it was terribly comparable. So yeah. Let's see. Hey, I used to be on the Nike Slides side. I would have been Nike Slides too, but the wife got me the UGG boots. Oh boy, never turned them back. Actually, hold on a second. Let's go. These are goated. They're goated. I'm saying, bro, my feet are so comfy right now. I apologize. Some of you probably like, what am I watching? Sorry. We're talking Uggs right now. Let's see. Oof. Oh, we're at 217. We're at 217. 250? We get to 250. Let's go. Smash that like button. Smash it. We're talking Uggs right now. Get out of here. If you ain't about that Ugg life, hey, kick rocks. No, I'm just kidding. Don't kick rocks. I love you guys. Let's see. Nike Slides are fire though. This is actually, God, this is a hard question. Yeah, this is what happens when you're waiting for Jimmy. This is what happens when you're just waiting for Jimmy. This is what happens. But this is a hard question. Jim Harbaugh, Kyle Shanahan. So I was very emphatic about this before. Very emphatic that I would have picked Kyle Shanahan over Jim Harbaugh. But to be honest, they feel pretty equal to me right now. I feel like they feel pretty equal. I feel like at one point Kyle was definitely trending way above for me for Jim Harbaugh. But I feel like it's, with this whole last year, and I think part of it was more so Kyle Shanahan, the GM, opposed to Kyle Shanahan, the coach. I think what Kyle went through last year is I think he's dealing with a little bit of that Bill O'Brien. I think Bill O'Brien's a great coach. However, when he got the GM powers, it really messed with each other. And I think that's what last year was. You had the coach, the offensive coordinator, the wide receiver coach, essentially, and the GM all wrapped up into one person, and they tried to move the leader of the team. And I feel like that caused a rift, or just caused some dysfunction. So, yeah. I think Kyle, the play caller, is phenomenal. I love the way he sets everything up. I love the staffs that he hires. I love the players that he brings in for the most part. Done a great job. But last year and the way that happened, that kind of just felt bad. And this is actually this isn't the first time I've heard this before. People are going to start calling him like Andy Reid. Remember Andy Reid's big knock? Just couldn't win the Super Bowl. He could do everything else, just couldn't win the Super Bowl. So we're gonna find out, man. I still like Kyle. I still hold Kyle in very high regard. I'd probably still pick Kyle. Oh, new SDS member. Let's go. Shout out to SDS. We got a new SDS member. Again, what? We're almost at 250 likes. Smash that like button. Let's hit that 250. So, boy, oh boy, let's go. I love the welcome crew. I love the welcome crew when we get a new sub and you see the crew welcome them in. That's wholesome right there. That is wholesome. Love it. Oh, another one. Let's go. Another one. Love to see it. Love to see it. So Owen asks, do we think we'll go after any other free agents? And the answer is probably. But who? Who else other than kind of special teamers? Again, the guy that I want, La'el Collins, it's going to take giving him the bag. Do we have the bag to give? Yes, if Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't on this team anymore. But he's on the team. So what do? I feel like we're kind of in a wait and see period. And I know people talked about training camp being a target. I really feel like the target now turns to the draft. And how far away is the draft? Now it's not over. Again, it's not over. We can still see Baker where Baker goes. They say Baker goes to Seattle. That works in the 49ers' benefit because we're never trading Jimmy to Seattle. So that works. I think if we are trying to put our eggs into certain baskets, I think as 49er fans, I think we want Baker up north. I think we want Baker in our division. Yes, this too. The top two for me, Honey Badger and La'el. Oh God, could you imagine? Could you imagine this guy back there with Ward? Ooh, let's go. 9 more likes till 250. Let's do it. The goal was 300. We were trying to get to 300. We might be able to get it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if we will. We'll find out. Shout out Kiana Martin for not asking Ward any whack-ass questions. Yo, first of all, shout out Kiana just for being good at her job. Like she's very good at her job. So she always asks great questions and she always has great follow-up questions. She's very good at her job. She's very, very good at asking appropriate questions and appropriately timed questions. So just wanted to shout that out. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I think it's coming through right now. Oh, oh, NFT dropping soon. NFT dropping soon. Wake up, honey. Wake up, honey. Wake up, honey. One more till we get 250. We got we got first edition Charmander West. We just hit 250. Let's go. Shout out the squad. Shout out the squad. Let's go. 250. We got the first edition Charmander West. Oh, I love this, man. I love this. Shout out Joey, bro. Shout out Joey. Go follow this man's on Twitter. This dude be cooking. I see you, bro. I see you. This is fire. I mean, Charmander. Oh, real ones know. Real ones know. Let's see. I like this question. For me, it's Lyle. For me, again, you have Hufanga. You just signed a spot player in Odom. This draft is stacked with safety talent. Go draft a starting safety in the second round. They have enough capital to trade up if they need to. They have enough capital to go up, grab a guy if they want, or let a guy fall to them. So if it were up to me, it's a lot harder to find people like La'el Collins. It's a lot harder to find La'el Collins. You know, Honey Badger's unique, of course. However, I would love Collins on the squad and then draft a safety just based on the skill set. So I'd love to see that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Details calling for D'Amico Ryan's love in the chat. Yeah, dude. That's why I like Charmander West. I think D'Amico's going to unlock this dude. I think with him, you see the baseline traits and what he's capable of. And you trying to swoop the NFT, boy? You trying to swoop this NFT? $500 million. I'm just kidding. No, it's it's not really an NFT. We should make it an NFT though. I think Joey and I should go in and make this an NFT. We're gonna put it on OpenSea here pretty soon. I want 4 Ethereum for this, please. Please, if you could give me 4 Ethereum tokens, for Charmander West, first edition, the rarest Charmander West NFT in existence. You're never gonna find a duplicate of this. Just saying. Should I make Charmander West? Make merch. Charmander. Everyone's rocking Charmander West, dude. I bet he'd be so mad at me. He said 4 ETH for Brad. I'll take a McChicken. Get out of here. You getting 2 of those. You getting 2 of those tokens. Oh, that's a hard bargain you're driving there, pal. That's a hard bargain you're driving. Probably going to go with the I'm going to leave that one. Oh, I like that. Nice. Nice work. Look at the chat. We're a creative group. We are a creative group. You love to see it. You love to see it. What do I think of Niners meeting with Troy Anderson? It's interesting. I think it's interesting. Obviously, he seems like a very high traits linebacker. I haven't watched much of any tape on him, but I do know his baseline traits. It could be a sign that, hey, maybe they are looking to add more depth. Ooh, good call on that one. Good call on that one. Am I confident? Ooh, this is a good question. Am I confident? I'm like 60% confident. I'm about 60%. I'm about 60% confident at this time. Crypto, if you really know about NFTs, we might need a link though on the real. On some real. I've been joking this whole time, but if you really are locked in with NFTs, I might have to hit your line because that's for sure. For sure on the docket. So, but I need to learn more, to be honest. Gosh, you're wild, bro. What was I talking about before? Squirrel. It's been one. It's definitely getting to that point. Let's see. This is my third live today. No, second live. Third live. Second live. I don't even remember anymore. It's Friday. Oh, that's a good one. George Squirtle. Oh God. What if we? Oh my goodness. What if we come up with a cross collab 49er Pokemon NFT? Where it was it's the Banks question. Thank you. Let me come back to that before I forget it. Where did it go? No, that's not it. I want to pull it up because I know I'm going to forget it. Where did it go? Anyways, it was how confident am I in Banks? I'm about 60% confident. I'm about 60% confident about that. Bro, we might have to link. I'm just saying, if we do a cross collab of Pokemon 49ers and we get George Squirtle. Oh my gosh, we might be on to something. We might be on to something. I'm just saying. It's pretty much a late night gang in here. 49ers weakness, Jimmy G, 10-point leads. Oh God. Strength, Steve Ford, running game. Oh my goodness, this is so good. This is so good. Ooh, George Squirtle has no weakness aside from Jimmy G's jaw. Oh goodness, bro! Could you imagine we launched a line that was literally just Pokemon and 49ers just cross mixed, and oh boy, we might be onto something. I'm just saying, we might be onto something. I'm feeling it too. I feel like we might have accidentally just stumbled onto something. Like I can see the shirts already. We're dropping NFTs. Oh my goodness. Watch. Oh, let's go. Nick Bulbasaur. The best part is Bulbasaur is like in a 4-point stance already. He's already like a D lineman. Bulbasaur, like, oh my god. Someone dropped another good one. Trey Flosian. Who's the original Pokemon on that one? He said, write that down. Deebo Mewtwo. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Typho. That one's is that new generation? That feels like a new generation Pokemon. I don't think I've seen this guy before. Is he? He's got to be. I think so. Elijah Pikachu. The Pokeniners. Oh no. We got a name. I think we might have to mess with this a little bit. We might have to mess with this a little bit. Like, this is fire, dude. Yeah, the Trey Flosian is hard. Oh my goodness. Oh, Eric Arcanine. These are great. These are phenomenal. You guys are killing it. You guys are killing it. I'm at this point, I'm just kind of tired of talking about the quarterback. Um, so I like this. I get it. A lot of people probably aren't here for the cross Pokeniners situation that we got going on. I apologize. It's typically how it isn't. It's how it is when we get towards the end of the show and it just goes off the rails. Because the Pokeniners collection. Oh, Gorlax. Oh, that's a winner. That is a winner. Brandon Alakazam. Oh my god. Bro, these are fire. Yeah, the Pokeniners, bro. Like, hey. Ooh, I kind of like the Deebo Machamp one because Machamp is a freaking yoked out son of a gun. Yeah, the Frank Gorlax. Yo, send all these to Joey, bro. We gotta get these to Joey, man. Follow Joey. Niner analyst. We're gonna shout you out, Joey, because if you get to work on these. Oh, let me get him up here. This is the man behind the Pokemon cards. So if he's gonna create some more, you better make sure you follow this man. Because if he's gonna put in some work and create the line, send him any names you got. Smash that follow, send any names. My goodness. So good. I feel like if we do a next one, the Gorlax is fire. I like Brandon Alakazam. I thought this one was good. The Eric A9 or Arcanine. The Trey Flosian. I mean, these are good, bro. These are good. All right. I think that's time. I think that was fun. But I think it is time for me to officially throw in the towel. I am operating off fumes at this point. I'm working off of Jimmy Garoppolo fumes of not being traded. And it feels like it's just never going to happen at this point. So we are going to be along for the ride. So we'll find out. What are we at? What are we at? I doubt we're going to hit 300 now that we've turned into the Pokeniners episode. But what are we at? What's our like count at? Because we're losing numbers quickly. We are not too far behind. Oh, my numbers look. I'm in the 170s. So hey, smash that like button if you're still in here. If you haven't already, we're trying to get to 300. I'll give it 10 more minutes till we get to 300. We'll see if we can hit it. We will see if we can hit it. On the next episode of the Pokeniners. Ooh, I got you. So you can see I got a bunch of these hats behind me. Got residency coming out my rear end. Shout out the residency crew. You want to grab a hat? I got you. You go to residency.com. Whoop. Promo code the SF Niners. Get you a discount on your order. That's where the hats will be coming from. Ooh, good. Good. I like Coastal Carolina. Underrated program. 24 more likes. Ooh, that's close. That's close. I think we can hit it. I think we can hit 300. Let's do it. Smash that like button. Smash it. Just do it. Boop. Hit that like button. Get us to 300. And we get out of here. It's not the third quarter. It's like overtime for me. It's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Call the bots. Call in the bots. Yeah, man. I am tired. I'm not going to lie. I've been hitting a wall. Yeah. No, it's the third live of the day. This is third live. We did emergency live. Then directly after that, went to Rob Shoe, did an hour and a half on Rob Shoe's channel, came back 2 hours here. So we've probably been on live today alone 3.5, 4 hours. 3.5, 4 hours. Doesn't beat Monday, where I think I did 8 hours. Hooper went to the Titans. Yep, I saw that earlier. And he did. I don't think he signed for a lot either. I don't think he signed for a lot. I think it was a pretty modest deal from what I saw. Hooper got like a 1 year, $6 million deal, which really is not that bad. Really not that bad at all. So, yeah. I appreciate everyone who's vibing with me. I appreciate you guys. Hell yeah, we have. But this is what we want. This is what we want. You can't complain. You can't complain about this lifestyle, man. It's part of the process. I love it. Oh, shout out James. I appreciate you, James. I appreciate that a lot. He says, just putting in the hard work. You the man. I appreciate you, James. Shout out James, too. He was dropping fire Pokeniner names in the chat. James is a real one. Appreciate you, man. Oh, we're close. We are close. Also, too, something to keep in mind. If there's anyone in the chat that you think is eligible, and this is like mod squad related, so talking to the mod squad, if you think there's anyone who's mod squad worthy that maybe I've missed or didn't even recognize that they weren't in the mod squad, let me know, because I do want to make sure that we're promoting from within. So want to make sure we're promoting within, people in here keeping good vibes, keeping good energy, all that good stuff in here on a consistent basis. And if there's anyone out there, or we have our eye on someone who needs to be in the mod squad, let me know. Because the mod squad's been doing work lately. And again, just imagine when the Jimmy G trade news hits, if it hits, please hit. Please hit. My goodness. I appreciate you, Justin. You have a good one. Our VP of Sourdough Scouts. So, okay, so he's not modded? Thank you. It's exactly what I was looking for. I agree. He gets the insta upgrade. Hold on one second. We're gonna insta upgrade Jay Go Crazy right now.
I go to sleep with it on. I wake up and I'm like, well.
Be quiet. Where's that man? Ooh, Hendricks. I agree. All right, we're gonna do 2 today. We're gonna do 2 today, and then if we have any other submissions, we will add them to the list. So Jay Go Crazy, welcome to the Mod Squad. Let's go, Hendricks. We're gonna bring you in, my guy. Let's go. We got 2. We got 2. Bro, we got hella mods. I love it. Look at all the mods. I'm looking at the chat. I never get to look at the chat from the view perspective. Let's go. Welcome to the Mod Squad, boys. Welcome to the Mod Squad. Let's go. Let's go. We see you, boys. We see you, boys, keeping the vibes always. Let's go. It is. It is. And I'm okay with that because that means we're squatted. That means we're squatted up. Anyone who comes in the chat trying to talk mess, oh, they're about to get jumped. Eric says, what do you think we do? What are we at likes? Quickly. What are we at likes? Are we close to our goal? I think Coach is modded. Is he not? I don't know. He might have been away for a while. All right, you think we could do it? You think we can hit 300? We got less than 2.5 minutes. We got less than 2.5 minutes. We're cutting out at 2. Hopefully we hit it. Hopefully we hit it. We're close. I mean, 13 more. I bet there's 13 people in here that haven't done it. Shout out Salvador. He's helping us get there. He's helping us get there. I did not know Coach was modded, but I guess we haven't seen him for a while. We saw him recently. So we're close. Uh-oh. We're getting to that point, guys. 1:30. Oh, officially under 1:30. Can we hit 300 likes? I don't know. Can we hit 300 likes?
Here.
Oh boy, it's a race against the clock. It's a race against the clock. We got so we're about to hit under 1 minute. We're about to be under 1 minute officially now. 5 more likes in less than a minute. Can we do it? Can we do it? Let's go. Eric's helping us out. Let's go. Oh boy. Oh boy, can we hit it? Oh, it's gonna be close, bro. Did we do it? Did we hit it? We hit 300. Let's go with 30 seconds to spare. I mean, talk about rallying. Let's go. Shout out to SDS, baby. Clutch. Hey, we clutched that up at the end. We clutched that up at the end. Let's go. Look at James, bro. James, you savage. James is a freaking savage. I appreciate you, man. We did it. We clutched that up. Let's go. Shout out all the SDS. Shout out all the mod squad. Let's go. We clutched that up, baby. We clutched that up. Let's go. Shout out James, bro. Let's go. We see the squad. Appreciate you guys. It's getting crazy around these parts. You know, we're getting desperate. We're getting desperate. We want some news to break. We want some big signings. We want Jimmy G to find his next team. We want to figure out what's going on. So we shout out all you guys who are vibing with us. It's getting to delirious hours. We're making Pokin Niners. SDS Pokin Niners rule. Clutched it like the Browns winning the Watson sweepstakes. This is the SDS. I appreciate all you guys, bro. Like yeast, we stay rising as always. Hopefully we get a trade, man. Hopefully we get a trade. But as always, we can officially say the SDS is undefeated. That was close. That was close. It was close. We did it with 30 seconds to spare. I love that. I love it. So, again, you guys already know if a signing goes down, even though I'm battered, beat down, and just mentally drained from this week, I will still get my ass on this live and we will talk about it. So, if something goes down, which I hope it does at this point, because I think we're all tired, we're all battered, we're all bruised, we're all exhausted, we're all just ready. We're just ready. Just please, someone soon get us going. So in the meantime, we'll be patient as best we can and enjoy the weekend. I am not doing a live tomorrow or Sunday unless we sign someone. Your boy needs some rest, needs to spend some time with the family, needs to vibe out a little bit. So don't plan on doing any lives this weekend. But as you know, someone signs, I'm going live. So hit that sub button, hit that like button, hit the bell button. Someone fix Jesus's dang notifications.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Siri, I didn't ask you. Go away. Did you hear that? Siri. Hey, Siri. Fix Jesus's dang post notifications. Oh, she's trying to. Okay, no. Stop it. I just said fix Jesus's post notifications. Siri goes, sorry, I can't do that. That's weird. My goodness. Technology, man. It's a great thing and it's a terrible thing at the same time. Hashtag fix Jesus's noties. My goodness. What a week it's been. We've gotten multiple inside jokes. I can't believe we got what hashtag whack ass comments. We got Pokin Niners. We've got Charmander West. My goodness, we racked up the inside jokes this week. Shout out, those are the best in my opinion. When you start stacking the inside jokes, I love it. I love it. It's good stuff. But all right, I'm gonna get out of here because you guys know I'll somehow figure out a way to stay on here for another 2 hours. I'm getting off. Shout out to you guys all. You guys have a great rest of your Friday. Hopefully I see you this weekend because I want to see something go down. So hopefully I see you this weekend. But if I don't, that means we did nothing and we continue on with our lives of watching the 49ers be chilling. So you guys have a great weekend. I will see you guys hopefully this weekend. But hey, I'll see you on Friday if we don't.